An active guy who likes to play hard and work hard. But last year, severe back pain stopped him from doing either.
And when I could no longer be effective at work, when I couldn't do anything with my kids, when I couldn't do the things I enjoyed to do, I started to panic.
Chad had a herniated disc in his spine. At the University of Washington Medical Center's Bone and Joint Surgery Center, Chad was treated initially with non-surgical options. This included steroid injections to relieve pain. When these more conservative treatments weren't effective enough for his condition, Dr. Michael Lee suggested a surgical procedure to remove part of the disc.
Fonzseau. And I too lived an active lifestyle, being the sole provider to a family of 4, all the while while working as a patient care technician at the University of Washington Medical Center. Our lives were somewhat similar in a lot of ways, especially in the fact that we both have herniated discs, although for some reason mine gets called a strain all throughout the process until it took me a fight for 5 years finding out if finally get it called a herniated disc, which it is. But I want to show that there's differences and that there's how similar our cases are in regards to our MRIs and how we both have different endings as we go through the process and trying to get our backs treated.
So as we go down to his spine, we see that we see his vertebrae here, and we see his discs here become a little bit darker. You can see these discs are darker, which indicates some dehydration, which is really normal for anyone. It's part of the normal aging process. As we scroll through his spine, you can see that here he's got this disc herniation, which is going back into the spinal canal. You can see this is absent at the other levels. This is how the spine is supposed to look at these levels, and you can see he has a pretty prominent disc herniation going back, pushing into the spine at what we call the L5-S1 level.
And here's a comparison of my MRIs as well. We can see that I too have the same problems with the herniated disc down to L5-S1 level. Creating the same problems for me, but what I'm kind of getting at is that our treatment options have been totally different throughout the whole process. It took 2 years for them to finally tell me that a treatment option would be the injections, but I still have yet to ever get any of the injections. It's just kind of a double standard in the way things go throughout the whole process. I'm told to keep taking my Vicodin, keep trucking on down to work, and your pain will resolve itself, and when it does flare up, just keep taking some more Vicodin. I don't understand what the double standard is there for. So what I'm asking is for all my friends at the UW and anybody that's basically an employee of Washington State, it'd be firemen, police officers, paramedics, I don't know, whoever's a state employee, pretty much it covers everybody and maybe even then some, that feels there's a conflict of interest with your employer being your employer and your HMO and your doctor and making all your healthcare decisions for you. I kind of thought there would be some kind of safeguards there where the doctors would have some autonomy, but that has not happened. So anyways, feel free to please pass this on to the UW CEO or to anybody you think needs to hear about this conflict of interest that is going on for Washington State employees, that is affecting their lives. And it's almost like austerity measures are being put in place on Washington State workers. If you feel this needs to be changed, please help me in my fight against this.